they introduce, Hollywood Squares, hi, sorry, so-and-so, and so-and-so comes out and waves, and so-and-so comes out and waves. And Brad Garrett. Brad Garrett comes out carrying Vern Troyer, and he says, I'd like to thank the Academy. Okay?
That's strong.
It was one of those things where you just have to, it would now be called a drop the mic moment, but where you were screwed for the rest of the day. Because every time you looked at him or you looked at Vern, you'd start laughing. We had Penn and Teller on one time, and for some reason, because we shot, one of the reasons I love doing it is because we shot 5 shows a day on Saturday, 5 shows a day on Sunday. So we did 10 a weekend, which is great, man. It was the best. And so we would, people would have wine, we'd party, we'd have a good time, and it was a great time. A great time was had by all. And there are things that you have to do, like you have to, I feel, which is maybe why, no one's letting me do this anymore. But I feel like you gotta feed the people who are working for free for you. You gotta feed them. You gotta feed them well. You gotta have Spago cater. And that's what we did. And we did the same. He catered for not just the performers, but for the crew. Because if you're gonna do that to a crew, you gotta feed them. You gotta feed them. You gotta let them bring family. You gotta let them get autographed. You gotta do all of that. Because we would work on and on and on and on and on, and then we'd say, can we just finish this last one? Do we need to take another 45-minute break? And everybody goes, no, let's go home. So we do it, and we're out. Everybody has to be equal on it, to me, on the set. And so we tried to treat everybody really, really, really well. And, we had the greatest host. I mean, you watch Dance with the Stars. Tom Bergeron is like, he's fun. Yeah. So we just had a good time, and we had lots of great people, and, I mean, it's a show that should have lasted much longer than it did. But
no, it was just fun.
It was fun. Yeah. It was fun, and the obligation of the center square or any of the squares was to have a good time. Make people want to feel like they're going to come and party with you. But, the shocking, you get up in those squares, it's like there's no space in there. Mm-hmm. There's nothing. It's just like a little bench. It looks fabulous from outside, but it's like the shittiest little bench. Crappy little stuff. I mean, it was like, if you farted, everybody knew. You weren't in a square. You were just like, it looked like you were in a square, but all your business was right there. It was crazy. So
you
that
never had like a vertigo moment.
No, but we had like earthquake tremor. It's like, okay, we can't go anywhere. No one could move because like, hey, is that an earthquake? Did you just feel this? Hey, does anybody know if that was an earthquake? That was an earthquake. Why? Can we get out of here? It's like, no, you have to get us out of here, right? So is anybody going to help us? It was crazy. It was fun. And trying to do all the stuff for the affiliates and people's names that were like, Johnny and Jody, we're on right after you, and Petunia and Pukalo. And then it'd be like, Petunia and Pukalo? What the fuck is Petunia and Pukalo? And then there'd be 20 minutes on that. I mean, we just had a good time. We had a good time. The same with the Whoopi show. We had a really good time with that. But that began my demise, the Whoopi show.
What do you mean? How?
Well, because, I used to beat up that giant cutout of Bush. And apparently people got very upset, so that when I did a benefit, and they decided I was nasty about Bush. And I think they were actually thinking that I had beat him up on thing and talked horribly about him. But it cost me 5 years worth of work because I got blackballed. They accused me of saying dirty, nasty stuff. I lost all the sponsors, and show got canceled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look it up. And what's interesting is, here's what I actually said. I came out and I talked about John Edwards, and I said, oh, I was thinking of running myself, but I was afraid because it turned your hair white, but you don't have any problem because your hair is white, so you'll be fine. John Edwards, I thought you were the guy that speaks to the dead, but if you become vice president, you will be the guy that speaks to the dead because you'll be talking to Congress. And then I said, and I love Bush. I said, but somebody's giving it a bad name. So it's time to put Bush back where it belongs, and I don't mean the White House. Get out there and fucking vote. And from the time I walked from that to backstage, they said she was disgusting. AP. The AP wrote, I was disgusting and had been, disrespectful and all this stuff. And Unilever the next day said, bye, bitch, you're done.
So you had sponsors bailing on
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. NBC killed the show. Oh, yeah, it was really something. Yeah.